considering filing a lawsuit, class action suit based on somebody misreporting to the Department of Insurance how much their liabilities were, so that the premium payments should increase. I don't know how that works out, but I'll try to check on it for you.
Can you let us know the next meeting if we could be part of that class action lawsuit?
Because of sequestration, 10%, they're asking school districts to budget 10% less in their projects than they did last year. The government's idea of sequestration is to continue 5% decrease in federal projects for the next 10 years, which will make your federal projects be cut in half. A lot of our salaries are supported by federal projects. If we don't have some type of financial security, how will we take care of those salaries of people who are paid out projects with the sequestration? Now, they told us that January, April, May. We got our new allocations for next year. They were the same as last year. So, you know, if we get comfortable and say, let's budget for the same as last year, and these are just, again, temporary numbers. They come back in the fall and they say, your budget's cut, your allocations are cut 10%. That's not effective. Past end of year balances. End of year balances fiscal year 2009, 1,387,802. End of year balances fiscal year 2010, 1,314,278. End of year balances fiscal year 2011, 343,554. End of year balances fiscal year 2012, 360,261. Not a good trend. As you see how much decrease our end of year balances are going.
So what's our estimate for the budget?
Last board meeting, I predicted, and these are estimates I've told the board members. If we have more revenue come in, my prediction will go up. It already has gone up a little bit this week, but it's a day-by-day counting. And last board meeting, I said 97,000 in red. Now, if we get a revenue check, tax revenue, for 2009, and we have before, a 200, 300,000, then we're going to be back up to 2% carryover. But if we don't, we're either going to be in the red or at least not make our 2% carryover.
How can we find out if we're...
You can't. I've had board members ask me that today. We can't. If we get a check in July, see, I haven't gotten a check yet, or supposedly a check that may be out there in July. I can't predict that. I got an E-rate check this week, which was $50,000, which helped bring up our ending balance. Our on my minerals I had predicted $500,000, came in $523,000. But now that's not, then we paid the Sheriff's Department commission, so it's not really $523,000.
And how much percent is that?
3.5. 3.5.
I saw the news, they said, I think Paintsville was went from 4, what they were paying, and they renegotiated with someone else to collect their taxes for 2%.
Yes. Mr. Blackburn looked at that this past year and did it in-house. You'd have to hire someone. It's a major.
Are we anticipating any more? Are you anticipating more revenue, or
From all the reports that the Sheriff's Department has given me, not much. I'm sorry. Franchise tax will come in July for June, and that's $200,000 by Canada in my estimates. Now, if it comes in 250, then of course that estimate's coming up. It's just an estimate. It's a projection. I can't project exact revenues. I can't project exact expenses. We have a state audit going on, and they charge the school system for their audit. Started, I think Pike County went through it a couple weeks ago. It's $30,000. It's going to add to our ending balance. so it's going to decrease our income.
So you're all having a meeting and discussing how much you're gonna be in the red, and you don't know how much you're making, and you don't know how much you're gonna be paying out?
It's always that way. It's not because of my books or lack of ability. It's just you don't know what, that's how school systems operate. That's just how it is. Now, if we had $1 million carryover from last year, they helped get us through this year, we'll be a non-issue. You know, if we were 300,000, 400,000, we had some cushion. We had a little bit of security, it would be a non-issue. But where we're so close to our 2%, it becomes an issue. Possible experience freeze. Will increase or rank or certification raise. If we do an experience freeze, will people get their increase of rank or certification? Yes. Will they receive their experience credit? You work 9 years, you'll get 10 years, but you won't get, the salary schedule will be froze. If the board chooses, they did choose to do that last week, if they continue to hold firm to that, then
So,
you'll get your
can we get numbers on that? How many people do we have in that kids in that category?
I can tell you, Roger.
Okay, tell me.
We've got 11 that just finished their 10th year, and we have 12 that just finished their 4th year. I'm sorry, Ken, not
No,
even.
you're fine.
Okay, all right. So we have 23 teachers, right, out of 399 employees. We have 189 certified, 210 classified total that works for the district, okay? 399 employees, and 23 of those are going to be paying $90,000 of that 170 that we're planning on getting. Is that a close estimate?
Yes,
number?
I think I
So,
had it somewhere.
what's the total amount?
100, she was estimating it would save the district about $170,000.
So we
90.
We need $170,000 in increase.
90,000. If you look at percentage wise, 94% of the employees will pay 80,000. Those 23%.
Can I just say time here?
Yeah, so I'm not gonna, just give me this.
Let's just get checks here.
I'd like to get my numbers first.
Okay,
Just give me
the deal is, we're NCA, we get recognized at board meetings.
I'm an employee, don't I get recognized?
We're on the agenda. When you look at the contract on page 24, or section 24.1, there wasn't any negotiations in April. We weren't told about any freezes. We weren't brought in to discuss anything like that. So I'm assuming that there's not going to be
Okay,
any.
what I'm, which I don't mean to interrupt, I'll just give you some question I asked, how many people? I'm not good
Doesn't really matter.
at
It's irrelevant.
math was not.
It's irrelevant. That's my whole point.
I understand what
Here's-
Tom's saying, I was going to
yeah.
get to the same thing, because
Yeah.
I think
There's
it's
no need to go
mandatory
through all those
to know.
numbers.
I just wanna know how much money we gotta try to find. That's $400,000. Yeah.
400,000.
What? So, give me the numbers, which I, okay, go ahead.
I was just saying, there's
How many
94,
people fall in the category?
23 people fall into that category, so 23 teachers would
23.
be responsible for paying $90,000, estimate, an estimate based on about $90,000. 23 teachers will be responsible for that, okay? And then you've got the rest of the whole entire district, which is 376 employees will be responsible for the rest of the 80. That averages out to $212 a person for them. That averages out to almost $4,000 a person for those 23 people.
That'd be a big cut.
Okay, so that's a big difference for them.
212.
And so that's 5.76% of our Martin County District staff would be responsible for paying almost 60% of what they're saving.
So
the cut-
two certified employees that was hired against the hiring freeze, their payroll could absolutely pay for the certified teachers, right?
And I don't know who hired that or who done that.
Well,
I
I've
don't
got
know
it here,
how
I've
much
marked out
they make.
names, but I'm saying, had those two certified people not been hired against the hiring freeze, we would have enough to pay our teachers, right?
They said we needed 400, I don't know if they're getting.
400, you're saying we need 400 to cover this, what you're saying?
That would definitely help.
You have to hold back at 2%.
Have extra 400,000.
Yeah, get that 3%. And I'm saying that, yes, I fall in one of those 23 teachers, so yes, it upsets me. I'm just going to, before you even ask, I am one of those 23 teachers. okay, that it would affect. It affects me even more because I resigned as a principal, okay? But even more than that, those other 22 teachers